was, I took pictures of people's feet over many, many years. But I've also done homeopathy. I've studied basic genetics. I've, studied fascia. So it's a case of the noetics is my technique.
Right.
So I went to China. I went all over China to teach and lecture, and found as well over there, there's different things environmentally that affect the people. See, over there's a lot of lung and respiratory over there because of the pollution.
Sure.
Whereas over in the West, a lot of it is sort of like, especially, reproductive cancers and things like that are really, really high.
And blood pressure.
Yeah, blood pressure, heart disease and things like that. So it's diet and lifestyle. And especially in China, years and years ago, they used to just have a soy and fresh fish diet.
Right.
And now...
Sounds boring, but it sounds fantastic at the same time.
Yeah, but again, you would look at their diet and lifestyle, but then when the West diet was introduced, you'd find their body shape would change.
Of course.
And there'd be an increase in acne and an increase in all different bits and pieces like that.
Totally get it. I mean, I totally understand that. So the Marie Reynolds, when she's not doing her well-being, is Marie Reynolds, the skin expert. And I know the two are related, and I don't mean to categorise you do this and you this. It's all part of the same Marie Reynolds picture. I've had facials with you, which are beyond, because you have created very exclusive facials that no one else does. You've created your own serums, and I like what you do because you can make my skin look amazing without me having to have Botox.
Yeah, well...
Your facial massage and everything is... And I have to say that until you've had someone like Marie give you a facial, you don't know what you're missing. You really don't know. It's always good to have some kind of facial. I'm not saying don't stop having the facials wherever you're going, because it's good to take care of yourself and it's nice to pamper yourself. But when you have something so amazing, you're just transported to another world and you see the long effects. And I think that's the important thing. When you have a facial, you don't want something that's just gonna, in the morning, it's kind of gone. You want something that is gonna last a good few days, that you can then maintain at home with your own creams and serums and stuff to keep that up, but then come and see you every couple of months or something.
Yeah, I think that the difference of what I do, and I tend to sort of like, put it in two sections. So yeah, I do have the noetic and the holistic side. And the facials that I do there's one called the Fifth Concept, and I also do another treatment called the Spinal Code. And with that, it's all about reading implicit tissue memory. It's a really different type of relaxation and healing. The other side of it is more progressive skin treatments. So they're not like your general facials, which are fantastic to have. They're more a skin treatment plan.
Sorry to interrupt, but would you say this is then for a woman who's 50 and upwards?
Not necessarily.
Right.
It benefits people for healthy ageing, but it's mainly skin rejuvenation. So it can help people with conditions like acne, pigmentation, rosacea, open pores, general health of the skin. The products that I use and the ingredients I use, I like to say that they are an intelligent form of skincare. They're advanced cosmeceuticals that are absorbed into the skin in a different form of delivery. So when you hear about peptides and different amino acids and they look fantastic on the skin, they're great. But it's how they're delivered in the skin that makes the difference. Most skincare products only sit to the epidermis. Cosmeceuticals will go a little bit deeper, but it depends on the delivery technique. I use a delivery technique called exosome technology. So it's the same technology as you would get your smokers or your HRT patches. They're encapsulated and they're also
So it gets into the system?
It gets into the system, but it also allows the skin to heal itself and repair itself rather than cause a trauma. And then...
Yes, I hate that. Those bloody places, and bloody meaning blood, derma rollers or similar that causes so much trauma, like you've had a car crash.
Now, I personally don't believe in that. I personally don't believe that you have to cause that much trauma. It just doesn't make sense to me. I always say to my clients, look, what if you had two children, if you shouted at a child at nose to nose, to do something, that child would do something out of fear, but later on down the line, you've got more chance of that child rebelling.
Right.
If you treat a child gently and coerce it, you'll have a really nice relationship with that child. It's the same with your skin.
Right.
It's exactly the same with your skin. So
that makes sense, because I know when I was a spotty kid as a teenager and I tried Clearasil and I tried toners and astringents and all this and all that, the more I did, the worse it got.
Yeah. Well, Roaccutane, it's a classic. Roaccutane, young boys and girls are put on Roaccutane that I don't believe is the healthiest way forward. And as I say, those that have been to their GP and are on it, but I don't believe that, it's the best way forward at all. Later on down the line, it does so much damage to your skin. So what I do, I'm very much less is more. It's very, very softly catchy monkey. So when the client comes to me, I would create a blend, my own little cocktail of ingredients using some really lovely ingredients like niacinamide, which are your B vitamins, your vitamin A, retinaldehyde, which is your safe form of vitamin A. And I will adapt it each time you come in. And sometimes if a client has a specific condition, I will then look at or if I see something in their face or ears, I will ask to look at their feet, which is a little bit of a crossover of the noetics, but I always find that that's important to deal with.
Probably, I remember the first time you gave me a facial and you started off with my feet, I nearly freaked. I was like, oh God, thank God I've got clean socks on.
Well, if I had £1 for every time a person said I haven't had a pedicure or my nails, I'd be very rich. But I like feet that are a bit gammy or, a bit crusty.
Yeah, you're just weird like that, darling.
I know, foot fetish. What can I say?
But if someone wants to find out more about you or even come and see you and experience the luxury of a Marie Reynolds facial, where do you suggest, apart from coming to mariereynolds.london.com to check you out and find out about, because you've got a shop now where you sell some products online.
Yeah, I do sell products online. However, I do ask to sort of like either have an email consult or, a Skype or a telephone consult, because they're quite intelligent ingredients, as I said, and I don't just let them go willy-nilly, especially on the supplement side. But yeah, I would rather people contact me. I don't want them to feel that I'm unapproachable, because a lot of people say, oh, how much is your consult?
Sure.
I'd rather them, if I can, I will phone them or I will email them, and I will spend the time to understand what they're going through, rather than them be blindsided and just go for anything, So, yeah, they can email me at marie@mariereynolds.london.com.
And when it comes to ingredients, because of course there are so many, this is a basic kind of chat that I think a lot of my viewers will want to kind of hear what you have to say. When it comes to buying a moisturiser, a really basic, good, everyday moisturiser, and a night cream or an eye balm, are there certain ingredients that should always be in that, whether you're spending 200 quid from La Mer or if you're buying Olay? Are there ingredients that always should be in it?
Well, I think you should look for ingredients that shouldn't be in it, personally. I mean, I don't like ingredients with SLSs in them, or sodium lauryl sulfate, which can, be irritants to the skin.
They're in shampoos as well?
Yeah, they can be, yeah.
Okay, and body washes and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. They're more of a detergent or foaming
so no
action.
SLSs.
Artificial colours and fragrances, parabens, I don't know. Now, there's a big grey...
I don't mind parabens, you see.
Yeah, that's right. And there's a grey area about parabens.
It's personal choice.
It is, again, it's personal choice. So... have a look at all things like that. But I think, for specifics, look for something with an SPF in it, definitely.
Right.
Look for something with, some nice peptides and amino acids in them. Hyaluronic acid's really, really good.
Vitamin C? Vitamin
C, again, is really good. That's a good antioxidant. But remember that all of these ingredients, especially if it's not a cosmeceutical, will only sit on the skin to give you superficial hydration.
Right.
I love, for high street brands, you've got your plant descriptions or your Origins. Origins is a lovely brand.
Right.
And it covers all different aspects of...
They do a lot with mushrooms.
Yes, they do. They do. But it's a really good brand to have, and they have different specific, plant descriptions for your more mature ladies and men. And then they have the other different bits, and ginseng, their ginseng brands are really lovely.
So do you think there's something different that women should be wearing at night? Because in the daytime those ingredients may be volatile. Is there special things to put on at night than in the day, or it doesn't really matter?
I tend to look for ingredients, your vitamin A at night time because of rest and repair, or anything that is going to nourish the skin. Your vitamins and your peptides and things like that are really good. Antioxidants are really good. Be careful with your vitamin A's, because sometimes your vitamin A's come in different formats.
Concentrations.
Or concentrations, and you need to work up to it. Don't just go straight in with a vitamin A. You know, use it in alternate evenings and then work up to it. Look at the different strengths.
Because of skin sensitivity?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, see, a good vitamin A will be anti-inflammatory. It will help with cell turnover. It will help with skin healing. But there are lots of vitamin A's that are a cheaper version of vitamin A that can be highly irritating, very inflammatory, and can cause peeling, which a lot of women do find with a vitamin A. You know, they'll use it every day and it's peeling, and they think that that's really, really good. And again, exfoliants, be careful with exfoliants, because your skin should naturally exfoliate, you know, as it is. Enzymes are really good to encourage what's called desquamation, so it enables your skin to exfoliate gently. So a nice enzyme mask is really good.
But we need a bit of a horny layer. That is a technical term, girls.
We do, exactly.
You need a horny layer because that's your protection.
Yeah, exactly. And also a lot of people use skincare, you know, that strip the skin, that also impair the lipid balance. So you know, that is really important for hydration, to protect your skin and to stop any bacteria from forming. So, you know, be very wary about these things that strip the skin, harsh peels, harsh exfoliants. Because it's like you say, you know, we need that protective layer on your skin.
And I think those quick fixes, even though that feels fantastic at that moment in time, a few days later, you might get breakouts, you might suddenly get dry patches. And then there's this cycle that you've got to try and correct, you know, the after effects of being too extreme with your skin. It's all been fascinating. I could talk to you all day. MarieReynoldsLondon.com is where you can find all about Marie and contact her. She's very, very nice. She's on Twitter. What's your Twitter address?
It's @Marie_Reynolds.
There we go. And on Instagram you
Instagram is @MarieReynolds_London.
There we go. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this interesting. Please subscribe to mybeautyanswers.com, and I look forward to seeing you next time.